You guys also made a label change this year in February and moved to Metal Blade. How has that been so far for you?
It's been great so far. It's kind of hard to tell yet, just because we don't have a record out, and we haven't done any touring. And but it's been great. They're on board, 100% in what we're trying to do, and they're fans of the band, which is important for us. And we agree on a lot of things, and it clicked from day one. And Brian, the owner, I've actually known him for a few years now. I met him probably 4 or 5 years ago through my friends in Record, and he's been we've kept in touch, and he's a big time music lover, and he's been doing it for I guess 2 decades now. So it's we're very happy to be working with him for sure.
Awesome. Now, was it strictly a matter of your contract was up with Victory, or it was just simply time to move on?
Our contract was up, yeah. So we kind of just filtered out what labels we wanted to work with, and we spent some time talking to a few and just kind of getting things how we want. It's after all this time, we want to make sure we make the right move for us. And, we waited a good amount of time just for that reason alone.
Right. Especially at this stage of the game too. I mean, again, you guys have been doing it for 10 years. You're obviously in it for the long haul, and you want to make sure that you're staying in it for the long haul, and nobody's kind of cutting your knees out from under you, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and it's like, I don't know, we've kind of always done things on our terms, and we want to keep it that way, and we try to work with people that we're close with, and work with people that really understand what we're trying to do. Besides, in the past, besides labels, our booking agent, our management we work with, people that I print merch with, people that design merch for us, everyone is very close to us and friends of ours. We try to keep everything close-knit, because, that's the kind of people we are, and that trust is important. I don't like working with just random people and hoping things are going to work out. So, with labels, it's kind of hard to judge that. So you have to be very careful because, for the most part, you don't know them personally. And, it's tough because, you can hear positive stories and negative stories depending on the labels and from other bands and other people. So it's a big decision to make. It's a huge decision. And it's, when we first started, and we didn't know it was a career for us, we were just a bunch of dudes in a band, but now it's, this is our career, this is our life, this is what, puts food in our mouths and, housing over our heads. So, I mean, we have to make the right decision.
Absolutely. It's, is it a strange position to be in almost, looking back as, just a kid in a band, and now all of a sudden you have to deal with, not just writing music, but actually the business end of things quite a bit.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it's good and bad. It's like I catch myself, on tour. You worry about finances because you have to, because you have a life and you have things you have to pay for, and you have, dogs. And you just stuff you can't not give a shit like you did when you were 20 years old.
Right.
And it sucks because you don't want to lose grasp of why you're doing it, which I think every single night on tour, on stage, there's never been a moment on stage where I've been thinking about real life. I'm on stage thinking about, holy shit, these kids have come to see us and they're singing songs, I wrote in my bedroom. It's awesome. And that, if that ever changes, I don't want to do this because, if I don't appreciate that at some point, and I don't notice how fucking amazing it is that I can be in Japan and there's people that have heard music I've written, then there's no point in doing this because that just means I'm an asshole.
Well, I don't think you'll get to that point. I think from what I've read and from talking to you, I think you're pretty safe. I don't think you're going to hit that point. Hopefully, anyway.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I don't see it either.
Yeah.
But
Now you mentioned kids in Japan singing along to songs that you've written. You guys are heading out on a pretty extensive tour in the next little while. Are there places that you're going to be hitting that you haven't been before?
The two places we're going that we've never been are Israel and Turkey, and we have no idea what to expect, but we're really excited. We did a lot of touring last year, but we hit a lot of places we've never been, and I love a new experience, and I love new countries and meeting new people. So I'm really looking forward to it for sure.
Excellent. Now coming back to the Parallax Hypersleep dialogues, you've gone so far as to create a concept record on this and kind of an intertwined story. Was that? I mean, that's not necessarily anything new for you, but was it? Do you find it sometimes that it's a struggle fitting the music and the lyrics together?
I mean, it's definitely I don't know, it's tough sometimes. Yeah, this is the first record where we did a full-out concept record as far as lyrics and music, and it was weird kind of being constrained within a story and not being able to go anywhere else with it. But it was cool. It was cool to kind of step outside of my comfort zone and do something different. And I think the more challenges, the better. And I think it came out well. I think the music and lyrics, depending on the moods and the songs, worked out really well. And we spent a lot of time on the record, and I'm real stoked and proud with it. So I'm glad we finally decided to do this. We've been talking about it for years, and it just felt right.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited for folks to get to hear the first part, because the album that's coming out on the 15th is the EP, and then eventually there's a full length to follow. Correct?
Yeah.
And have you guys?
That will be. We haven't written it yet. We have ideas here and there, but we're going to start writing this summer, and we hope to have it out next year.
Well, Tommy, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And congratulations to you and the rest of the guys on a fantastic record. And good luck on tour. I know it's going to be a whole lot of fun. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of times where you're missing home too. But I think people are really going to dig the record, and I think